This video has been funded in part by the Guild via Patreon. Check out the links in the description or at the end of this video for more details.
I've been a massive fan of the Musou franchise for a very long time, but when I want a nice, chill break from all the hacking and slashing, I've been leaning on Nintendo and their games lately. Recently, I picked up the Power A wireless GameCube style controller for the Switch. With some of the classic titles that can be played on the console, I wanted something that could give me that old school feel. You know, something that could take me back to the time where Korn and Linkin Park were playing on the radio, and I was probably wearing baggy jeans and like an anime button-up shirt or something. Now, I'll admit, I'm not the biggest fan of the GameCube controller layout. For those of you that have nightmares about the small C-stick, I need to show you all my very first GameCube controller. Now, just a sec, let me grab it. Just a moment. There. Yep. This is officially the most offensive controller I've ever seen. Oh, sorry, second most. The GameCube controller just doesn't really work for most of the games I really enjoy playing, like Dynasty Warriors. But this controller is perfect for most of the games Nintendo puts out. Since getting this, I've been playing so much Mario Kart 8 and Luigi's Mansion 2. The controller also just feels so natural with GameCube remasters like Super Mario Sunshine. As far as the controller, it's got an incredibly solid build. It can probably handle anything.
As a disclaimer, I do not recommend actually taking a hammer to your Power 8 wireless GameCube style controller or any other controller for that matter. It will most definitely break, as most controllers are designed to be used by human hands and not hammers.
Like, nothing about it feels cheap. We also get two shoulder buttons that mimic the Z button on the original controller, and the two analog sticks click in, which means you can play so many Switch games with this controller. The D-pad is also a little larger than the usual GameCube D-pad. The only things it's missing are rumble and the amiibo reader, but most games don't rely on those. It even has motion controls in it, so if you want to play Mario Galaxy or Breath of the Wild with this, you can take advantage of that. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything, but even if I was, I would have no issue saying this controller knocked me out of the park. Especially considering, even though it's fully licensed by Nintendo, it's still third party. I guess Mad Catz just traumatized me that much as a kid. But this will be the way that I play most Nintendo-published Switch games from now on, whether or not it's a remaster of a GameCube game. Though I'll still be falling back on the Switch Pro controller for things like Hyrule Warriors, and because I prefer the more modern control, that also includes the Metroid Prime remaster. But don't discount this GameCube controller because it's third party. This is the real deal. But this gets me thinking, what would it be like if Nintendo actually gave us GameCube games as part of the Nintendo Switch Online service? I definitely would like to see these Zelda games come over, though I'd prefer to see the Wii U versions get ported. It'd also be cool to see Four Swords available with local, wireless, and online multiplayer. I would play so much of this, especially with my two friends. Maybe we can kidnap a fourth for this. It also just makes it easier to play when you don't need a GameCube, a copy of the game, 4 Game Boy Advances, and 4 GBA to GameCube cables. This feels more expensive than Skylanders. We also really need Super Mario Sunshine to be more readily available than just the 3D All-Stars compilation. Now that I think about it, it'd also be fun to see more people try out the original Animal Crossing. Mario Kart Double Dash is an absolute must. This is one of the best Mario Karts out there. Even though we did get some of these tracks in Mario Kart 8, there's just something so chaotic about Double Dash compared to any other Mario Kart. Kirby didn't get many GameCube games, but Kirby Air Ride would be another great game to see get the local, wireless, and online multiplayer treatment that I want to see with Four Swords. Soul Calibur 2 is a game I mentioned in my Wii U video, and if Nintendo is going to give us GameCube games on the Switch, I think this one goes without saying. Especially since we got an HD remaster on PS3 and 360. Like, could you imagine Soul Calibur HD, but with Link in it? I'm serious, Nintendo, you gotta call up Namco about this, like, yesterday. Speaking of third-party titles, the last game I'll mention is Beautiful Joe. I've barely played any of these games, and I'd like to give them a go, especially after playing the first stage for this video. Now, I don't actually know if we'll ever see GameCube games join the Nintendo Switch Online service, but we can always dream of a day where we can play the Skittles licensed game Darkened Sky on a modern console. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe for more. What other GameCube games would you like to see on the Switch? Let me know in the comments below, and if you'd like to help support the channel and what I do here, you can join the Guild, just like these awesome people that you're seeing on screen right now. You can join them at the end of every single video for just $1 a month over on Patreon, or you can donate in a one-time fashion and join the volunteer unit over on Coffee. A special shout out to my Guild Generals Beggy Beg Beg and Loose for supporting this channel at the top tier. There are other rewards and other tiers as well, so check out the links that you see on screen, and I will see you all down in the comments.